Hey everybody, Jang here from jangbricks.com with a look at a Lego Hobbit Desolation of Smaug set. This is the Battle of Dol Guldur. This is the biggest one that they've released so far as of the time of this video, with 797 pieces. It has 6 minifigs, which I've placed around here in various places, and it costs $70 in the US. So right off the bat, the value, price per part, and what you get seems pretty good. So let's look at some of the details and some of the actions that you get with this set. First off, just a general note here. The whole thing is on a couple of plates that can bend. They're actually hinged here and here. So you can bring this thing out, make it all wide like that, make it look a little bit larger, or you can bring it in to make it look more like an interior space. The larger you make it, the easier it's going to be to get access to kind of this catwalk up along the top. So speaking of that, you can just see that you do have this upper level where you can put figures. They can go all the way back along here. They can walk along there. Over here on the side, you've got a little trap with a skull in it, presumably a heavy skull, and you can actually turn that. You can see this over here, this little vine piece, secret little thing, allows you to drop that skull, and you've got an additional one over here as ammunition. This centerpiece right here is pretty critical to the set, but I'll leave the surprise of that until a few minutes later. These are, I believe, to my knowledge, a new color for this piece. This type of piece was first introduced with the 2.0 series of Hero Factory sets. I believe this is a new color for those. And coming across over here to this tower section, here's a look at it from the side, and you can see that you've got this thing that's holding a little prison cell, a suspended prison cell with a skeleton in there, and it's the one with the really floppy arms. This is designed to allow you to easily extricate the skeleton, so you can actually drop this whole thing and then let him come out. And over here on the side, there's actually a little mechanism to make that easier, because this is all the pole that's holding that up, and this is kind of like a flick missile little section right here, and you can just you can hit that really fast, or you can pull it out, and that's going to drop the crane. So I'll look at it from the other side, and there you go. This time it actually broke off when it fell down, so that's kind of cool. Sometimes it'll do that, sometimes it won't, depends upon how much force is there, but it's actually nicer when it falls down, because then it's going to come down to ground level, and you can just open this up and your skeleton comes right on out. At the base here, you've also got a torch. Oh yeah, this whole thing can rotate ever so slightly, but you've got a little flame torch and also a couple of cylinder pieces which can be used as ammunition for your trap or for a catapult that I'll show in a minute. Looking at the tower from the back, you can see that there are actually 2 rooms, one above and one below. This one has a little sword in there and a barrel, and there's a little tile here with a sticker on it that represents the skeleton of a fish. And down below, not so much on the bottom level down there, but there is another stickered tile, and this one also has a little bone detail on it. Looking at this from the back, you can see that you've got a little area where you can get trapped back here with a spider and a spider web that you have to get through. There's another little skull down there. And then this tooth piece over here is actually going to operate the action of a swinging blade. So that's pretty nice, and it's a dangerous thing to try to get through. Looks better from the front also, where you don't even see what you're doing from behind. So that's a nice additional little thing. You can see stickers used quite a bit throughout this set, you know, to add on some extra detail and extra texture onto the parts. More of them there. You can see that there's some down the side, and there's this large door here in the center. I will look at the minifigures individually in a minute. Don't worry, that's coming. Over here you've got the main gate, or one of the large gates. Have not seen the movie, as it has not been released as of the time of this video just yet, but these will open up towards the inside like so. So that's just another entranceway. I really like these stairs that come up along the sides, especially when you bring the sides of the whole thing in. They look nice. They look like they're kind of spiraling up a little bit towards the center, but there are some pretty large gaps where it's a little bit difficult to put figures in there and just have very little space that's really covered from underneath. I'll go ahead and show you finally what's up with the door and this special thing up here. So when you turn that, you spin around the secret door to unveil the Necromancer of Dol Guldur, which we will see in the minifig section. A couple more things. I mentioned a catapult. Here it is. A very, very small little thing. Just a simple little flick type of deal. You can put a 1x1 cylinder piece in there, or you can put a skull kind of in there, and you just hit it and it fires off a pretty good distance. Very simple, but pretty effective. And then finally, there's this statue section here. And again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know exactly how this fits in, but Lego's description is talking about this being a place where there is a secret compartment with one of the wizard's rings inside of here. This is pretty cool the way that it's built, because it really doesn't look like a typical Lego secret compartment type of build, but from back here you can see that it is hinged. And so you take advantage of that hinge, open it up here. Ah, that's a tile, not a plate. That just slides out, and then you've got just a small little bit of storage area, and inside of there is indeed just one of these typical rings, just like the One Ring. And that's that. These are actual minifig pieces. I believe that's an exclusive print for both the bottom and the torso there. I don't know the significance of this gem that's being held in the hand here, but we will see once the movie comes out. Okay, minifigs, Gandalf the Grey. Well, we're all very familiar with him from the Lord of the Rings sets that have already been out. And you can see exactly how he is built. Looks like the head didn't go down quite all the way with this one, but let me take off a bunch of stuff so you can see the prints underneath. There's his normal kind of happy face, and there you can see the print on the front of his torso better. And this head does have a second face, the angry attacking face behind, and you've got print on the back of the torso. Here's crazy Radagast the Brown, looking quite very jolly. Got the dark brown and regular brown colors, as well as dark tan. A lot of different earthy tones to go with his connection with the earth. See his specific hat piece, his wizard's hat that doesn't have a point on the top of it. A little feather here in the dark tan that's been added on. Let's take all of his stuff off so we can see his prints. Wow, look at that torso. Look at all those fine little dots in there, almost like henna style. Those are actually, they look to be copper because they have a little bit of sheen to them, a little bit of shine. Yep, pretty cool. And several colors used in the face too, so that's a pretty well detailed face. And turn it around to the back, second face, angry or attacking face there. And you can see really nice bushiness with the mustache and with the eyebrows, and then more of the same leaf designs on the back of his shirt there. See, it's a little bit tattered, but that's just his style. Azog got himself a replacement hand, a nice metal work piece, and he's got his exclusive head, which, you know, it's just so large and takes over the whole upper portion of his body. You can see print on the back of the torso there also. This is a very good looking figure, and they certainly have gotten the shape of his muscular shoulders and the back of his neck down really, really well. And the expression in his face is really good. You see he's got his big club weapon there also. This is a pretty good one. So here's the Necromancer of Dol Guldur. Spoiler alert, cover your ears or hit the mute button for the next 5 seconds if you don't want any spoiler. This is actually Sauron. Okay, end of spoiler alert. Spoiler alert is over. We will see him in the movie. I believe that he was shown in the trailer for the first Hobbit movie also. No print on the back anywhere. This is an exclusive figure to this set, and interestingly he has sand blue on the front of the head and then sand green on the torso. So an interesting figure who's going to be in the shadows, and we will see more of him later in the story. Lastly, we get a couple of Gundabad Orcs, just your basic low-level foot soldiers, you know, your basic bad guys, you know, general troops. One of them has the shoulder protection armor with the teeth on it, and one of them does not. And they both have the exact same torsos and the same legs and the same hips and the same heads with one face each. And those are all printed on both sides. So nicely done, very well detailed, and I love the colors and the combination of colors that they used for these guys. Just makes them really stand out. They have a lot of presence there. They're bright even though they have earthly colors. So that's it for this set, unless you also care that this set can be combined with another set, the Dol Guldur Ambush, in order to create something a little bit larger. Just put those together. It's always nice when they do that to allow you to add stuff and make an even larger scene. But for this one, I'll do a separate review on that one, which is probably out by the time that you're looking at this video. Whoa, zoom in and out. Cool set, nice minifigures, great price per part. Lots of playability, lots of different stuff that you can mess with. Speaking of which, one other thing I guess I didn't mention is that this whole crane piece can be brought down to ground level if you want with the skeleton there. Still works, but just brings it down even closer. Yeah, so many transforming features and different places to put figures and different places to interact with them, with stuff in the environment, the spinning and the blade and everything. It's a proper play set. I think it's just well done. So I hope you enjoyed that look at this set, and I hope that you'll stick around to check out more reviews that I've done or new ones that I will be doing very soon, because I always publish new videos on a very regular basis. Not always every day, but if I do skip a day or two, you will definitely see 2 or more videos put up at once. So lots of new stuff to come, and also some looks at some old sets as well as custom mock creations. And you can see everything that I do at jangbricks.com. Talk to you again soon.